Have you ever heard about a person whose entire face was lost in an accident, meaning that the person became faceless, but the doctors reconstructed his face by putting the face of a dead person on his face? And guys, do you know that there was a person in this world who spent his entire life inside a box? Only the head of this person was outside that box. So guys, in today's video of Wisdom Wave, I will tell you about 10 such unique people of the world who survived despite having many deficiencies in their body. Number 10. Tina Earls. After seeing her face, you must have understood what is the problem in her body. She is the only woman in the world who does not have a nose, and she is going to spend her whole life without a nose. The reason behind her nose is a very rare cancer. Till she became an adult, her nose was absolutely fine, but as her age increased, she started having normal itching in her nose. When this itching in her nose increased, she went to the doctor, and the doctor told her that she has an infection in the hair of her nose. After which she took antibiotic tablets for a very long time. In 2014, and even after taking these tablets, this problem of her nose did not get cured. And then after some time, she developed a small lump in her nose which was also causing her pain. After which she went to a nose, ear, and throat specialist doctor, and he told Tina Earls that she has cancer in her nose. And she came to know about this in the end of 2014, after which she started getting her nose treated, and even after several weeks of treatment, there was no improvement in her nose, after which the doctors advised her to cut her nose to save her future life, because if this cancer remained in her nose for a long time, then this cancer would spread to her whole face, which could spoil her whole life. So, after consulting the doctors, she thought it is better to get her nose cut, after which the doctors removed the cancer from her nose along with her whole nose, after which her face looks like this without a nose. Sometimes, she even wears a fake nose to hide her nose so that her face looks better. Number 9. Paul Alexander. Paul Alexander is also known as the man in the iron lung. He is one such person in the world who spent his entire life inside a box because his entire body was paralyzed. Now you must be thinking that why was his body kept inside a box after being paralyzed? He could have survived outside the box as well. So guys, let's start from the beginning. He was born in 1946 in Texas, US, and there, at the age of just 6 years in 1952, he got polio, due to which his body from head to toe got completely paralyzed. After which he was taken to the doctors, and the doctors there told him that he would have only a few days to live because after his body was paralyzed, his lungs were also not working properly, due to which he was having trouble breathing. After which his parents took him to a big hospital in the city, and the doctors there diagnosed him with a stroke when he was 6 years old. He was locked in such a box, and when he regained consciousness, there were many children with him who were locked in such boxes like him. Actually, it is this box that works as his lungs. Even after his entire body was paralyzed, he survived his life. He completed his high school studies, and after this, he also completed his graduation from the University of Texas, and along with this, he also completed his law degree. Paul Alexander was the last person in the world to live in an iron lung because he died on March 11, 2024. Number 8. Tiffany Geigel. Tiffany Geigel was born with a disease called Charcot-Levin syndrome, which is a disease in which the backbone of children is crooked, and something similar happened with Tiffany Geigel, and she accepted this deficiency since childhood. She did not pay much attention to her body since childhood. People used to make fun of her, but still she did not pay attention to them. She was very fond of becoming a dancer since childhood, and she joined dancing classes for a long time and learned dance well. She used to join dance classes even at the age of 32 and taught dance to small children. Along with her dance classes, she also started studying business. She has struggled a lot in her life due to bone disorder. Number 7. Eric Ramirez. He is a tattoo artist who is also known as the Skull of Art. He thought of making his face like a completely living skull. Just like the bones of a skull, he has made his face in the same way. First of all, he got his nose cut in half, and after getting the nose cut, his mouth started looking like a skull. After this, to completely transform his face into a skull, he got his half ears cut too. After this, his face started looking like a completely living skull. And he did not stop here. After getting his nose and ears cut, he also got his tongue cut in half from the middle. After getting his tongue cut in half, it looks like this. So guys, how did you like the face of this living skull? Do tell me by commenting below. Number 6. Craig Lewis. You must have heard that you are so tough, you don't even have a heart. So meet Craig Lewis, who really doesn't have a heart. Due to multiple organ failure of 55-year-old Craig Lewis, the doctors told him that he had only 22 hours left to live. But then two specialist doctors of Texas Heart Institute made a device through which the blood flow inside the body can be made to flow just like the heart. After which Craig underwent a surgery and his heart was removed and this device was fitted inside it. After the fitting of this device, the blood flow in his body started again, and after a few weeks, he became healthy, after which he could talk and walk. Number 5. Dallas Wiens. He is the only person in the world who does not have a face, because in 2008 his entire face was burnt due to high voltage shock, and after his face was burnt, his face could not be recognized, after which he became the only person in the world who did not have a face of his own. But in today's time, medical science has become so advanced that any person's face can be reattached, as it was done with Dallas Wiens. A whole team of doctors removed the face of a dead person and put it on Dallas Wiens' face. This surgery sounds simple, but it was that much more difficult for the doctors. This surgery of his was transformed in 2011 by the Methodical System of Texas. Even after transforming his face, he could not see because he had artificial eyes on his face. Number 4. Cassidy Hopper. After seeing her face, what do you think is missing in her face? After seeing her face, most of you must be feeling that there is a flaw in it, but you are not able to understand what is missing in this face. So guys, since her childhood, she does not have a bone between her nose and eyes. She was born with a very rare congenital condition. People came to know about her after she was 11 years old. She has also participated in guitar competitions and singing competitions during her school days. And she also completed her graduation at the age of 22 years. Number 3. Henry Molaison. He is one such person in the world who does not remember anything of his last 30 seconds, which means that whatever work he is doing right now, he will forget it after 30 seconds. He was born in 1926, and he used to suffer from seizures and epilepsy since childhood, and by the time he reached the age of 26, his condition worsened even more, after which he went to the doctors, and the doctors advised him that he should get a brain surgery done in which a part called hippocampal will be removed from his brain, due to which he will stop having epilepsy and seizures. And then after listening to the doctors, he agreed to that surgery, and in 1953, when he was 27 years old, he got his brain surgery done, and in that surgery, the doctors removed the part called hippocampal from his brain, and after doing this, that surgery was successful, after which he stopped having seizures and epilepsy for some time. But after this, another problem started coming in his body. He was not able to remember anything for more than 30 seconds, and after this happened to him, the whole team of doctors started doing research on him, due to which the doctors got more new information about the brain, how the brain works and how it works in the world. Only Henry Molaison's brain, on which the most research has been done till date. Number 2. Oscar Pistorius. He lost both his legs in his childhood due to a disease, but he never gave up and became a Paralympic racer. He has participated in many competitions in his life and has also won gold medals there. Due to his achievements, he is known as the fastest man and no legs in the world, but after 2013, his whole life changed, in which he shot and killed his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp. He told that he thought his girlfriend was an intruder in his house and fired on her, due to which his girlfriend died. But in 2014, he was found guilty in the court, and there he was sentenced to 5 years, after which another verdict was given in the Supreme Court of South Africa on this case, and there his sentence was increased to 6 years. Number 1. Jessica Cox. She is such a lady of the world from whom we all should learn a lot. Despite not having both hands since birth, she is a pilot, martial arts champion, and apart from this, she has also studied a lot in her life. Despite not having hands, she cooks her own food, that too with her feet. Apart from this, she is also a pilot. She has studied and taken her pilot license, and she can fly her plane at a height of up to 10,000 feet. By the way, guys, who did you find the most unique among all these unique people? And have you seen any such person in your life who has some problem in his life since childhood, but today he is a very successful person? If there is any such person around you, then write his name and tell me in the comment below. So friends, I hope you will like and share this video by Wisdom Wave, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. See you in the next great video.